Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is April 17th, the day after I shot the first video with the introduction to my channel. So right now it is technically my up day, and which means again that I'm able to eat today. I have fasted. Let me turn this around and turn my camera around. This is the app that I use, and it says 1 day, 15 hours, and 6 minutes. So that's where I'm at right now. I will break my fast in a little bit, but right now my daughter, she's homeschooled, and she has to take the STAR test. And so I'm in a parking lot right now while she takes her test. And so I have some books to read and, things to occupy my time, but I will share my meal with you when I do eat. But one other thing I wanted to show you is, so I gave you the update yesterday on my weight, which on my cycle, I was 200.2 pounds. It was 197 pounds before I started my cycle. So as of today, I weigh myself daily, and I got this idea from a book called Delay Don't Deny by Jen Stevens, and how she did her weight loss journey as far as weighing herself. She weighed herself every single day, and then she took a weekly average, because we know that our weight fluctuates by day to day, but that weekly average, it really shows a full picture of your progress. And so I've been weighing myself every day. It's not, it doesn't feel great when the scale goes up, but at the same time, I'm just using it for data. And so today when I weighed myself, I was back at, I don't know if you can see that, back at 197 pounds, 0.6. And so that's always, great to see that, as women, we hormones and our cycles and everything, it causes us to gain weight. And it's good to see that I'm still not completely off my cycle yet, but my weight went back down to where it was before, because I have been consistent in what I'm doing. So I just wanted to hop on and give you that quick update, and I will hop back on later and share what I'm eating. All right, peace. Okay, I'm breaking my fast. I have some Trader Joe's chili and garlic cashews. So I'm going to eat some of these to break my fast. So I wanted to hop on here and show you. These are the macros in the back if you're interested. But, well, I guess I can hold that better. But yes, I'll eat some of those just to break my fast. I have been fasting for 39 hours. And I'm going to grab some coffee after this. A latte, so that will have calories. I had to report back because I got a tall vanilla latte from Starbucks, and if you go to Starbucks or go to any other coffee place, I try to stay away from the frappuccinos, really. And I did my order, very mindful of my order, and the guy gives me a drink that they made on accident. So I get my drink in my large water, and he also gives me a peppermint mocha. And the old Sierra would have just drank both of them. I did take a sip. It's really good. But I'm going to save that for my daughter when she comes out of this testing facility. But yeah, I just want to share that non-scale victory that I have changed. And that's the realization that I made, that I've had, is I definitely would have drunken both of these. Hey guys, so I'm back. I just wanted to chat with you a little bit to go over how I got into intermittent fasting. And I would say it's probably been about 5 years or more. My husband used to do intermittent fasting, and I don't know if he knew that it had a name to it, but he would just work. He wouldn't eat when he would go to work, or before work. He would eat dinner when he got home. And he lost a lot of weight by doing that. He was also doing keto. So I had known about intermittent fasting for several years. I just hadn't got into it where I am now. And I would say before, how I would fast, I just wouldn't eat after 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. So I heard that. I didn't know that it was fasting. I just thought that it was, you should have your food while you're still active. And so really how I got into ADF, it's from watching a few channels. So the first one, Colleen Marie Cares, she was a game changer for me. She is on Instagram, I believe, but I found her on YouTube, and she has a lot of videos. She's already at her goal weight, and I know that at different times she has done ADF and for health reasons stopped for a while, not related to what ADF did, something else like a pre-existing situation. But I learned a lot of things off of her channel. She also has a Facebook community, and so I signed up for that Facebook community, which then I looked through the comments to see other people's journey, and that's how I found Brittany. And Brittany's page is on YouTube. Her page is The Hearts in Cake 90. I think on Instagram, I think her channel is I Fancy Cupcakes. So she already was already doing her thing with like hair and makeup, but she started doing ADF and has had amazing results. So I went and started binge watching all of her content, followed her on Instagram, and see the progress that she has maintained and is still doing now, and she does some ADF on there. So I watched a lot of her videos. I think Jackie is the one who introduced me to Jen Stevens, which is the author of this book. This book is called 21 Day Fast Start Day by Day. So that I really don't need the information off this book because I already know a lot about it, but I got this book from the library just so that I can just read all the content that she had. I have read her Delay Don't Deny book, and it's very good because in this lifestyle, which is this isn't a diet, it is a lifestyle, it is a way of eating, and you can eat whatever you want when you are feasting. So the whole point is to delay your eating, not to deny yourself. But as you delay your eating and as you're fasting, things start to happen in your body where it changes your taste buds. It changes your relationship with food. And so after a while of doing intermittent fasting and doing OMAD and doing alternate day fasting, you'll find yourself eating something that you normally would eat and that you love to eat, and you don't even want it anymore because you have changed. Your taste buds have changed. And so that's why some people start off eating fast food, eating all kinds of food that they normally would eat, but after a while you don't even want those things, or you want them but not as high as you've had them before. And so so Jackie introduced me to Jen Stevens. Jen Stevens has a podcast, a couple of them, but one of them that I listen to is called the Intermittent Fasting Stories, and she's been doing it for years. I happened to listen to a few of her current episodes, but then I went back to her first one, and I'm working my way back to current day, and essentially you're getting different people's story, their individual stories on how OMAD, which is intermittent fasting, how it worked for them. So that is encouraging. I tend to listen to a lot of those as I'm going for walks, or if I'm cleaning or cooking, I will just listen to something, and that gives me ideas on what to do, because some people, they may be losing weight and then they stop losing weight, and it could just be one little thing that if you tweak, it may get you back on your schedule of losing weight. And so I like to watch those. Also, another one that I recently started watching that was also recommended from one of the videos that I've seen, and that is Rachel Sharp. I don't see that she has any current videos, but she has a lot of videos from years ago and a lot of content on her page that you can watch. So I'm sitting here in my car still waiting for my daughter to come out, and I have this book. It's like a fitness book. It has the dates, so you can fill in the dates and the year and all that. And so on there, I've decided to, like, my consistency, I wrote that down. Whatever I have in here, that's what I'm going to do. I have it written on my calendar, some important dates, like people are coming into town, my son is graduating from high school, we're having a graduation party for him. There's a lot of different things that are going on, and so it sort of helps me to plan out if I'm going to eat this day. And I think that as of now, I don't eat on my down days, on my fasting days, but perhaps when I have company in town or different, events, maybe I will take that 500 calories that I can have on a modified ADF plan for those times that I really want to eat, because I want to, socialize and not sit at a dinner with someone that I don't see but once or twice a year. I want to be able to enjoy myself. One thing that Jen Stevens talks about in her book Delay Don't Deny is you want to look at things in special occasions. So if I want to have a larger eating window, that means I'm eating for a longer period of time that I'm able to snack or eat. I look for special occasions. So weekends are not special occasions because they come every single week. And just getting that in my mind, because I was the type that will do good Monday through Friday, but the weekends I can sort of lose my mind a little bit. So weekends are not special occasions. They are like any other day. They come every single week. But maybe my family coming in town that I have not seen in a year, and we go to this restaurant, that is a special occasion. So maybe I want to have 2 up days in a row, or maybe just move my schedule a little bit. Or if I'm on vacation and I want to enjoy myself, so maybe instead of doing alternate day fasting, maybe I will do an intermittent fasting where I will have a 18-hour fast and a 6-hour eating window, or a 16-hour fast and an 8-hour eating window. And so those are different ways that you can be flexible with fasting, because it's not an all or nothing. It fits your life. You don't want to make everyone around you feel uncomfortable because you're sitting there and not eating, but you definitely can do that. So so I want to just go over that. And to finish with what I was saying about my schedule, I have it blocked off on how I'm doing, and I have my goal very bottom for the month. Again, it's the middle of April right now, and my goal is to lose about 7 pounds with alternate day fasting this month. And I think that that's doable. And so 7 pounds, so that would make me about 190. So my goal for the end of April is to be at 190. And then I have it in 10-pound increments. And my goal for May is to be at the end of that month to be at or around 180. And that's what I'm going to be documenting very consistently for the next 4 months and beyond. But you're with me right now, and I'm trying to get to my goal weight. And so my birthday is in July, and on that month, I plan on, at the end of the month, being 160. And my ultimate goal as of right now is 150. So I want to be 150 pounds by the end of August. And will I get there? Will that happen? Will I be at 170 and say, you know what? I look different. I look the way that I used to look at 150. Like, maybe because your body can change, because weight loss and fat loss is not the same thing. You can lose fat, but you don't lose a pound. And so perhaps I will be at a higher weight than I expected to be, but my body composition is what I was going after. So these numbers are just loose numbers that I want to achieve, but I'm okay with not achieving them if I get something unexpected in return, and that is that complete body recomposition to change the way that I look. And I will say, in the past, I was about 150, and I was a size 6, sometimes a size 4, but mostly a size 6. That's where I was. And to achieve that weight at that time, I used to work out a lot, and I would do only cardio. I didn't really lift weights at all. Now, the way that I am active, I go for walks, I do Pilates. Most of the things that I do is more of my body weight, those kind of sculpting. But so never know how different I will look with losing weight, doing weight training and some cardio versus all cardio in a very intense way where I'm jogging and running and putting strain on my knees, on my shins, and all of that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And one more thing that I wanted to show is something Jen Stevens' book, Delay Don't Deny, is what I was saying earlier when it came to the daily weigh-ins and how her weekly weigh-in really changed the game for her, changed her mindset on progress. And so I want to show you my chart. Hopefully you can see it. On here, on my notebook, I just wrote these lines. They're not even. Hopefully they don't make you dizzy, but Monday through Sunday. And then I have a weekly average. And the clothing size that I have right here is, right now I'm wearing a 14 large and like a 14 pants large in the top, but I do have some 12s in my closet that I can put on, but it's it's not appropriate to wear because I can barely zip them up. But anyway, so as you can see, almost 3 weeks ago, I weighed in at 205.4. And every day on that first line, you see that the weight changes. And then at the end, you see my weekly average of 203 pounds and 6 ounces. And you see 204. And you see that my weight can fluctuate and all of that. But then I dropped on Sunday, and now my average weight was 201.5. On Monday, you see another Monday, the third Monday, you see 199. So that's really when I started to break down and, get out of the 200s. And then I started my cycle around Saturday, right there on that third row. And you see how my weight changed. But I had to continue to be consistent because this is important, because every month we have a cycle. And when we see that number jump up, we need to know that we're not losing any progress. We just are going through something. We're having some extra water weight, and our body is doing some important work, and that weight will go back down if we are consistent. And so I wanted to show you that. So I'm going to weigh in every single day, and I'm going to fill this out. And what I love to see is, even though these numbers fluctuate, that weekly average, that's what I really need to look at so that I can see, yes, it is working. What I was doing during this time that I had these weigh-ins, I was doing 1 meal a day, OMAD, or I was doing intermittent fasting. So I would have like a 6-hour eating window. Some days I have a 4-hour eating window. Some days I have less, but for the most part, I have about a 4-hour eating window, which in intermittent fasting language, that will be a 20 hours of fasting, 4 hours of eating. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. If you have any comments or anything at all, please leave it in the comment section down below. And once my daughter gets out of her testing, we will go get some lunch, and I will share with you what I ordered. So I picked up my daughter. She's back there. The reason why she's not in the front is because I have a lot of my crap back there. All of my stuff from waiting on her for 4 hours. But anyway, I completely forgot to film what I ate. We went to Panera Bread, and I got a half of sandwich of the cheesesteak. I think that's what it's called. I didn't eat all of it. It comes with a small bag of chips. I ate all of that. And we shared a kitchen sink cookie. Very, very sweet. I gave her the bigger half. And so, did you get your coffee, your mocha, or did I drink it?
I got it.
Okay, so I did not drink her drink. But anyway, so I wanted to just pop in and let you know. I didn't film what I ate, but I'm just updating you. Here's the proof. Here's the bags right here of stuff. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back with another video. I'm just gonna prop you up right here. What's today's date? Today is Tuesday, April 29th. I guess I'll scoot up here so you can see me. Tuesday, April 29th. The last video that I made was about a full week ago. And so I have given a couple of updates on here since then, but really I've just been trying my best to stick to my schedule. I haven't taken any footage of any food that I've been eating, but on the next vlog you will see the foods that I'm eating. So a quick update. As of now, I think on my last video I was 200 pounds even, and I was on my cycle, but the lowest number that I seen before then was 197. So at the end of that week, I weighed in. After my cycle was over, I got down to 193.4 was the lowest number that I seen. And so I'm real excited about that, even though as women we have our cycles and our hormones go all kinds of crazy. If you stay consistent, you will eventually see some progress. And so I'm happy that I didn't give up and that I stayed consistent. The goal for this month, for the month of April, was to get out of the 190s. And so right now I'm 193. And we have 2 more days in April. So what I'm going to do from yesterday when I started my fast at, let's see, when did I start my fast? Yesterday, I started my fast at a little before 7 p.m., which is really late for me. I started my fast at 53. And so the plan is to fast for 2 days. So fast for today, which is Tuesday, fast for Wednesday, and then break my fast on the 1st. And so that will be the next weigh-in that I do, will be for May 1st. And hopefully I would have dropped those 3 pounds with this extended fast. And hopefully I will be at my goal of 190 by May 1st, and it goes in 10-pound increments from there. So at the end of May, well, by June 1st, I wanted to be in the 180s. Now, I will say I do have family coming into town because of my graduations that are going on next month, but I am determined to stay on whatever schedule that I put myself on, to not overindulge. Besides on that one day that we are celebrating the graduation or the party, I won't limit myself on that day, but every other day to have some kind of structure on what and when and where and how I will eat. And so I will update y'all on May 1st. I will show you my weight. Hopefully we will be at that weight that we want to be at. But this right here is my weight as of yesterday, I believe, or the day before yesterday. So I wanted to jump on here just to update y'all so I can send out this video. Peace. Have a good day.